where dreams come bigger than life and passions run wild in the streets.
Baby,
I'm not your baby.
One psychotic killing machine dared to reach for the stars. This holiday season, Vox Entertainment brings you the heartwarming true story of one exterminator's rise to glory. From lowly beginnings as a high school math teacher.
But baby, I'm giving these kids the gift of learning.
You're pathetic. Get out of my sight.
To spectacular success as a homicidal sports superstar.
We're rich. I love you, Reactor. I was always there for you.
Share the dream. Live the legend of Reactor.
Hello everyone and welcome back to more Ratchet Deadlocked. Today we are going to be making our way back to Dreadzone Station so we can fight All-Star Exterminator Reactor in the Crusader tournament. Let's go! Home sweet prison. Alright, so first things first, what we're going to do is go check out the weapon vendor because we have two new things we can get. Being the mini turret launcher, which is, funnily enough, the final non-super weapon of the game, which is also the only returning weapon in the game. Yeah, that's pretty wild how they only decided to bring back one weapon for this game whenever Ratchet & Clank 3 brought back a lot. But then again, there are actually only a total of 10 weapons in this game, so I guess they had to try, pick and choose which one would be the most unique, and the mini turrets were definitely one of the most unique weapons from Ratchet & Clanks 2 and 3. And also, we have the wrench upgrade. It doesn't really do much aside from just power up our wrench a little bit more, so we're going to grab that, and the mini turret launcher. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give the mini turret launcher, we're going to probably give it the acid mod for now. We'll give it shock later, but acid will be pretty nice for what's coming up. Anyway.
The fighting and the jumping and the hurting, but I have a new bot upgrade for you.
You know, I might actually have enough bolts in order to get an upgrade for my bots, so let's see if there's anything we can get. Oh, nice, we can get the range warrior. This allows them to fire more accurately from long range. This is going to be really helpful for some planets coming up. Why they didn't give that to you before you went to Shar, I have no idea. Anyway, since we're basically... Actually, no, we got one more thing to do. So, let's go see what the rankometer has to say about us, real quick.
Welcome back, Ratchet. My environmental sensors smelled you coming. You seem to be getting better. That is why you are alive. Your rank is satisfactory. Allow my emotional protocol to invoke surprise. Attention! Something small and furry has wandered into the Gladiator ranking station. Oh, it's you, Ratchet. Welcome. Hello, contestant. If you have finished reviewing your rankings, please leave. I have a date with the security force field generator.
Gosh dang it. But, yeah, as you guys can tell, the rankometer is being a little nicer to us. It's still very passive-aggressive, but hey, we're getting up there. And it's starting to like us a little bit more, so that's nice. Anyway, let's go to the Battle Dome.
All right, Dreadzone fans, prepare for the ultimate showdown as Team Darkstar fights their way through the Crusader tournament and a chance to take on All-Star Exterminator Reactor. Tonight on Dreadzone, what happens when we force the criminally insane to use strategy and planning? Let's test this Lombax's puny mental metal by taking away everything but replaced minds.
So, to my knowledge, this is actually the...
Additional gadgets available on your secondary quick select screen.
Forgot Clank had something else to say, but anyway, what I was going to say is that this level is, funnily enough, the only one that locks you to one weapon, and I'd like to mention this as well. This is also a pretty good way to level up the Hunter Mine Launcher because you're kind of stuck with it. It's constantly regenerating its ammo, so if you really want to just grind this up to level 10, feel free to use this level, but it's not the best one, though, for grinding up your weapons. We'll get to that one soon enough because that level, oh boy, it's going to be fun. But anyway, sorry if I sound a little congested today. My allergies have been all over the place lately since the weather's finally deciding to drop where I live. Meanwhile, I know it's been getting pretty cold for everyone else around the world, I believe anyway. But yeah. Anyway, I'd like to mention this as well. If the enemy actually gets too close to the Hunter Mine launcher, the closest mine, like the mine that you currently have, that you're about to launch, will actually just blow up in order to protect you from an up-close engagement, which is actually pretty nice. Anyway, let's keep launching some more Hunter Mine mine bombs, and there we go. It has reached level 6 now. Good lord. All right. Yeah, napalm mod is definitely one of the ways to go for this weapon. It's either that or the mini crud. Or the mini bomb, because the mini bomb is also a lot of fun, but it seems like napalm has been having more of a lasting effect for this. And okay, yep, enemies are everywhere now, and I am low on ammo. Okay, not good. Yeah, round 5 is always going to be pretty rough for you, but there we go. That was actually not that bad. I guess napalm is just really good at crowd control. Dang, I think I underestimated it.
This time, Ratchet is utterly doomed. We've wired his Dreadzone collar to 4 control nodes placed throughout the arena. If he can't stop their countdown in time, the whole audience gets a fresh serving of Lomax Pate.
Alright, so now we're going to actually use the mini turrets against all the enemies that are going to start spawning in, because the mini turrets are actually really helpful. To my knowledge, though, if you have more than 4 out at a time, they just, like, some of them will just not fire, so try and keep, like, 4 or less on the field at a time. Because this is not the Ratchet & Clank 3 mini turret, because the Ratchet & Clank 3 mini turret was kind of broken. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn this bolt crank, and our mini turrets will be able to just pick off any of the enemies that'll show up. I could have just had Merc and Green go ahead and turn that, but oh well, I want to do it myself, because why not? Anyway, let's go ahead and hop on the grind rail and get moving, because good lord, we're on a time limit. And also, to my knowledge as well, this is one of the few levels in the game that also uses your Dreadzone collar against you, where, hey, if you don't complete this in a certain amount of time, it'll kill you. They don't do that often in this game, which is pretty funny for a game that's, you know, designed, or for something that's designed to try and kill Ratchet. Still, though, I think they thought that the game's difficulty itself was already going to be a bit much, because this game is probably one of the more difficult Ratchet & Clank games. I don't think it's the most difficult. I think Rift Apart on hard mode, like with everything, with enemies with max stats and everything, is probably one of the hardest Ratchet & Clank experiences I've ever had, but I don't know, Deadlocked and Exterminator is also up there for one of the harder Ratchet & Clank things. Who knows, maybe that's a future video idea down the line for what is the most difficult Ratchet & Clank game. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn this bolt crank really quick, and hopefully... Yeah,
He's dragging his butt out there, Juanita. Looks like we might have another popper on our hands.
Gosh. Oh.
Oh, I hope so. This time I brought a shower cap.
It's just
Jeez.
being in the front row at Aqua World. You're guaranteed to get wet.
Good. That's gotta be one of their best exchanges in the game, in all honesty. It's so, like, those two have some hilarious dialogue. Anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of that. And you know what? We're gonna have our BattleBots actually turn the bolt crank this time, while we just pick off any enemies that show up. Because Dual Vipers are fun, and I really want to get them to a higher level in this episode, even though they're gonna probably get to level 10 sooner than later, because of how much I've been, you know, getting all the skill points and everything and having to replay missions. Anyway, now we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna wait a sec, because some enemies are gonna spawn in soon, and yep, all those barrels just decided to go off at once. It's beautiful. And might as well... Okay, gosh dang it, I can't turn this bolt crank because one of the blade balls got there in a lucky angle. Alright, that's fine. We'll just get rid of all these guys. We still have some time left. We'll just have Merc and Greed do it. And launch the mini turrets just to be safe, because I want to get these at a high level as well. Just because the mini turrets can come in clutch. They're the weapon I use the least, because I keep forgetting about them, honestly. But anyway, we're done. That went pretty well, all things considered. So, on to the boss fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Reactor!
Ratchet, you look like a squirrel wrapped in tinfoil. I'm gonna take my time taking you apart. Gonna give my fans their money's worth. And try not to go crying or anything, all right? I want this to look good for the camera.
Bring it.
All right, it's time to bring down Reactor, who is going to be one of the biggest challenges we'll have yet, because he, and we're also going to want to use the Hollow Shield Launcher a lot against him, because he is really fast compared to Shell Shock. Shell Shock would always try and stay in the middle and everything and launch stuff at you. No, Reactor's actually going right at, he's out for blood.
How you like me now?
Reactor is literally out for blood against you, and it doesn't help that he is really tanky as well, so he's going to take a while to bring down. And that's why I packed the Acid mod for this level, because the Acid mod is going to be really helpful. Oh, Lord, this isn't going well at all. Okay.
Anytime soon.
Thanks, Dallas. Okay, let's just keep launching some Arbiter shots at him. The Hollow Shield Launcher is actually really helpful against him. Okay, keep going to the side. There we go, dodged it. Okay, we're almost through his first phase. Fusion Rifle, please help me. You're my strongest weapon right now. Oh, wait. Oh, crud. I think we are past the second phase, like the first phase. Oh, that already triggered it. Oh my gosh, we might actually get the achievement for this. Okay, let's just tag him with some stinging poison with some acid right now, and just keep hitting him with the sniper rifle. Okay, with the fusion rifle. Come on, we've almost got him. Almost got him. Okay, dual vipers, come on, come in clutch. Yes, we got him. I don't think I got the skill point though. Dang it. The skill point for him is actually really hard to get because of how fast you need to beat him. But anyway, we have defeated Reactor and have earned the rank of Crusader. Heck yeah. That was actually harder than it looked. And we've also unlocked the Valix belt alongside Planet Torval.
Please welcome our new Crusader!
Well, that went really well. Funnily enough, Crusader is the only rank in the game where you actually don't get a cutscene at all. Well, at least after you earn it. Both the later two ranks that we get in this, like the other two ranks that we get in this game actually do have cutscenes attached to them, but Crusader is the only one that doesn't get one the minute you get it, which is pretty odd. But anyway, we're gonna go back to the Battle Dome really quick because we have some more things we need to do. Let's go. Back to the Battle Dome. Alright, so first things first. We now have 3 new challenges that are attached to the Crusader rank, being Zombie Attack, Heavy Metal, and my favorite one, End Zone. We'll be saving End Zone for last because, first of all, we're going to be doing Zombie Attack. Let's go.
Tonight, it's Team Darkstar versus the Robot Zombies. The zombie team just flew in from Catacrom 4, and folks, are they dead tired? What?
I don't know, I like that joke. I don't know why Dallas, why Juanita constantly berates him for something. Oh, right. I almost forgot. I need to give this back the mini bomb. There we go. Now this is going to become the Bouncer 2.0. Again. Ah, man. I love the Bouncer. It's such a fun weapon that I'm sad they weren't able to bring back in this game. But hey, they found a good alternative, in my opinion, with the B6 Obliterator. Anyway, let's go ahead and use the Scorpion Flail for now, because the faster this thing gets to higher levels, the better. The Scorpion Flail is so much fun.
Out for blood.
You bet, and now we got the bomb! I need to double check what you need to do to get that skill point. I believe it involves killing it, blowing up a few, quite a few of these explosive crates. Also, yikes, we are now completely out of the Scorpion Flail ammo, which it's kind of weird how a flail needs ammo, but I guess it's for the electrical, the extender that it has, I guess, because the flail is basically useless without that. I don't know, that's my thoughts on why why the Scorpion Flail is the way it is. Anyway, let's keep launching some B6 Obliterator shots at these guys, because the cool thing about this level is that all your weapons are basically scattered, except the mini turret launcher, because they completely forgot about that one, unfortunately. And hey, we got that again too. Nice. I think now the only challenges left are literally just the boss fight challenges. So crud, yeah, we're getting there to actually 100%ing Dreadzone in a sense. I'd say we've reached kind of the halfway point of the game at this point after you defeat Reactor. But yeah.
You know, sometimes I think
Still though,
a job on Annihilation Nation. They've got a great demo plan.
funnily enough, every time I've heard that line as a kid, I kept thinking that Annihilation Nation were like, I never played Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal at that time. So anytime you said Annihilation Nation, I just kept thinking of one other death area that was trying to kill people, and that they were going to try and kill people via dental plans. Yeah, I was an odd kid. Anyway, moving on to the next one, being probably the hardest one of these three challenges, being heavy metal. All right. Oh gosh, dang it, I messed up. There we go. Let's go.
Let's find out what our next challenge is. Hey, whoa, I can't read that. Who's writing these cues, huh? Oh, look, there's a typo. That's completely grammatically incorrect. And, hey, now where's my lunch? I'm hungry. What are you people doing back there?
All right, so since Dallas can't explain what this challenge is, I will instead. So, what we gotta do is make sure that we keep EMPing these little metal things right here, or else later on they will become a problem. Or in order to prevent them from becoming a problem right now, but because they will become a problem later, because what these things will do is they'll cut off the amount of room that you will have in this level to maneuver and everything, because they'll basically become like little barriers in a sense that will hurt you if you touch them. So yeah, you want to make sure that these things keep getting EMP'd no matter what. On top of that, the enemies that are thrown at you are pretty tough, and honestly, this level gets really evil on the highest difficulty. Thankfully, though, the Scorpion Flail can make short work of a lot of enemies, and hey, it reached level 4 as well. Very nice. And as well, we're going to go launch some mini turrets as well, because this is getting really close to level 3. And then we're just going to the plan is use the Scorpion Flail to just annihilate any enemy that decides to show up in an instant. Use the charge boots, close the distance, and just Scorpion Flail. Just keep Scorpion Flailing, because this weapon is so good. And funnily enough, it would actually come back in a sense. Well, Ratchet wasn't able to use it, but it would come back in Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus as a weapon that one of the villains used, which is really cool to me. To be fair, it didn't have the exact same design because it was a lot bigger than what it used to be, but hey, it still came back. And funnily enough, it was actually shown to have the shock mod with it as well, with a couple of that character's moves. So that's really funny, knowing that probably the most popular combination with the Scorpion Flail is kinda canon, which is pretty cool to me. Anyway, let's go ahead and just continue to just wail on all these guys. I believe Scorpion Flail plus shock mod is like one of the most preferred options for this weapon, next to freeze mod. Freeze mod is also pretty good on this weapon, but shock mod, I think, is the way to go, in all honesty. Because just look at this. The Scorpion Flail is just annihilating this challenge. Not gonna lie, if they just decided to give you only the Scorpion Flail for this challenge, I wouldn't complain at all. Because look at this. Scorpion Flail's now just reached level 5. Holy crud. I'd also like to mention one other thing about the Scorpion Flail, though. The Scorpion Flail in multiplayer actually is a little different in multiplayer, because multiplayer had to slow down a lot of the weapons in it due to the slower pace of it, and to make things more fair for the players. So they actually gave the Scorpion Flail a different attack. I might try and see if I can get some footage of that just to show you all. But the Scorpion Flail actually has an attack that circles around your head first before slamming it, probably to make it so you can't just spam it over and over again. But yeah, I'll see if I can get some footage for that. Moving on. Alright, so now there's one last challenge that we gotta do, being End Zone. I love this one. It is so much fun. Anyway, let's go.
Hold on to your seats, folks. It's time to play Swarmer Soccer. To win, Ratchet must prevent swarms of charging enemies from reaching the goal zone any way he can.
What he said. And for the sake of this level, we are going to be making sure that all of our weapons have the shock mod. Why? There are a lot of small enemies in this level, and shock mod makes it really easy to kill all of them. On top of that, this level is absurd for grinding. Like, oh my goodness, if you really want to get your weapons to high level or get a lot of bolts, this is a level for you. This one is the cash cow. But yeah, I recommend doing this after you've completed all the planets in the game if you want to just grind out this challenge. Because you don't want to have as many bolts as... I don't know how to put it, but this doesn't give you as much bolts as expected in my opinion, but it still gives you a crud ton. But I'd just say, like, hey, after you've gotten through all the main missions in the game, go ahead and just keep grinding this challenge if you really want to make bank for new game, like if you really want to get a certain weapon that we'll be seeing soon. I do plan on grinding this level out as well for this Let's Play. Not at the moment though, but later on in the game once we're basically through with everything. Just because again, this level is really good. Anyway, let's go ahead and keep just destroying any of these swarmers that keep showing up. And we're going to bring out the Arbiter as well, because the Arbiter with shock mod is just kind of funny to me. I don't know, the Arbiter is just that one weapon that doesn't really perform well with shock mod in my opinion. To be fair though, oh my gosh, the lag is real. That's like the only problem with this level though, is the lag that can be caused. But to be fair, we're getting a lot of bolts from this anyway. And I also recommend trying to keep to the edge if you want to, because the edge is actually okay, because this is where all the bolts are going to be at. So if you just stick to it, all the bolts will fly to you, which is really funny to me. Okay, Arbiter's level 5. Let's go use the fusion rifle to bring down this guy. There we go. Yeah, that's the only thing, though, that this level does throw in some higher ranking enemies at you. But hey, it's not that bad, all things considered. Oh, yes, the Dual Viper's leveled up to level 7. And now they got the aiming mod. So aiming mod allows the Dual Vipers to have additional range, which is really helpful. Look how far away I'm able to shoot this guy without losing any accuracy or anything like that. That's really good. But yeah, I've about made a lot. I've definitely made quite a few bolts from this level. And then let's go ahead and just keep killing this guy with that. Actually, you know what? We should use the mini turrets. Just place the mini turrets right here and just keep launching them. The best part is, the goal for this only counts towards the swarmers. Uh-oh. One of them got in. One of them got in. Repeat. Oh, no. Multiple of them got in. Uh-oh. All right. We're good. We're good. Yeah, that's the only problem with the keeping to the edge tactic. What the crud? Oh, no. He does count. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. I didn't realize that the Leviathans actually counted towards that. But it's all good. We won. And we got a good amount of bolts from that, too. Very nice. Yeah, so depending on how your pace is, you can actually get around, like, 50,000 bolts every time you do that mission, which is pretty good, honestly. So, hey, if you ever... Oh, wait. I guess, like, 60,000 or something with my strategy. Something about that. Something like that. But anyway... now let's go ahead and get that one bot upgrade for Merc and Green that we weren't able to get before, which should be an upgraded version of their super move, being Go Comet X. This is second to 4 devices used to increase your combat bats, armor, and oh no, this just actually just powers them up. I'll take it, honestly. And then we're gonna also get them the Ellium Shocker, because it looks really cool, honestly. I really like this paint job. Kinda wish I got them the Pale Rider for Char, but oh well. Anyway, I'd like to mention this as well. They actually do have the Galactic Ranger helmet in this game if you really like them for some reason. I don't know much about this helmet. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Alright, so before we end off this episode, though, there's one last thing I really want to do, being getting the skill point reactionary, being defeating Reactor in 30 seconds. This one is evil, because you have to basically give all your weapons the acid mod. So, I'm gonna do a sped up version of it, and if I'm able to pull it off for y'all, that'll be incredible. But yeah, see you all in a second, after I give every one of my weapons acid, because acid is literally the best way to bring Reactor down. Alright, see y'all in a moment. Alright, after a few attempts, it is literally impossible for me to do that right now. My weapons just don't have enough damage to them to bring him down in 30 seconds. So, anyway, guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap up this episode of Ratchet Deadlocked. Next time, we're going to be making our way to the Valix belt. So, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good day, guys. Bye!